I actually have a really great update for the 5-month progress update for my project polish for 2017. I actually was able to finish off 2 of the polishes, which, I mean, finally, it's been 5 months, but the first one is the Chulip polish in Jennifer, and it's kind of smudged off a little bit, but I was right there at the last update, and this is all finished off. It looks like there's a little at the bottom, but that's because I had to dump a ton of thinner in there, and that is not enough at the bottom to do an entire 10 nails, or even 2 nails. So the little roller ball mixer ball thing in there is making it look like there's a lot more because I keep shaking this around and tipping it over, but this one is finally finished, as well as my Maybelline Color Show Jules Flaky Glitter Polish. This one's in number 608, Gilded in Gold, and I actually, it looks, you guys can't see it very well, but there it is see-through on my end over here. It was such a struggle to get out as much as I could out of this. I mean, there is nothing in here to get out. If you look down, can you see down at the inside? It is so cleared out. You can even see like empty at the bottom. Can you see down at the bottom there? It's all at this little bottom corner. I mean, there's barely anything, and these little things are so hard to get out. Nothing hardly comes out on the brush. Like, that's not going to do anything. So it's just done. I think I actually have a China Glaze polish that's very similar to this in my other nail polishes, so I think I might go pull that one out and start using that, but I really enjoyed this. I thought this was beautiful. I don't normally wear gold jewelry or anything, but I really liked having a little accent of gold on my nails, and I really especially liked it with this pink color that I'm wearing right now, but this was a really nice one. I am gonna miss that. Next up on my little nail swatch wheel here, the next one down the line that doesn't have an X on it is my black polish that's in this one. This is the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear polish, and this one is in 370 Blackouts, and it's a little hard to see because I have to use a silver marker for these ones, so I only use this one on my toes, so I have very minimal progress on this one. The little space in between the last 2 lines there, that's how much I used from last month until right now. So I think I did a pretty good job just using this on my toes. I did paint my toes twice. If I want to move through some more polish, I should probably paint them a little bit more frequently. The next one up is my silver one right here from Orly. I really like this one, and this is the only polish in my stash here that I actually did not use from last month, so I could have used it. I went about 4 or 5 days without any polish on my nails, but you know, I just didn't paint them. So that last mark right there, I'm still at that bottom one. You can even see where the polish is at in this one because it hasn't been moved very much. So this one didn't move, but this will be the first one that I use this coming month for June. And then next up is my purple one right here from Zoya. This one is in Mason, and last month I hadn't used this one, so I did make it a point to use this polish. I did use this one once on the nails, so I only have a little bit of progress in between those 2 lines right there, but that's okay. I was at that top, 3rd line at the last update, and I got down to there, so I feel like that's a decent amount. I'm about halfway through this polish, I would say. If I really focused on this, I could probably use up half of the polish in this by the next time, but I would be neglecting some of my other ones. So I find this one kind of hard to wear sometimes because it's so dark on the nails. I do like doing the little trick where I can put the matte top coat over this, but it just takes so long to dry. So I find myself not reaching for this one very much just because it is so dark. I've been considering taking it out for a couple months and putting in a brighter shade, but I'm gonna see if I reach for this one at all in the month of June. If I don't, then I'll swap this one out for a couple months and then bring it back in the fall or something. So anyway, there was my Mason from Zoya, and then I had the hot pink one that is on my nails right now. This is actually from Wet n Wild. This is one of the Fergie collection, Fergie line and this one's in Fergalicious. I was right there. I had an accident last time and my nail thinner, my bottle of thinner, this stuff right here, it got tipped over. I got it all over my hands, and then I had opened up the container and I had smudged all the writing on the back. So that's why the back looks kind of smudgy and weird, but I was right at that mark there at the last update, and I got down to here. So I thought that was pretty nice. I only used it this one time on my nails, and I only did two layers, 2 coats. So that's what 2 coats on the fingernails looks like in one of these polishes. Next up was the glittery one, so we'll skip over that guy. So then I have another Sally Hansen polish here. This is the Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in number 880. Yeah, 880 Kelp Yourself. And I did pretty good on this one too. This polish, whenever it sets for like a week, it'll separate at the top layer. So I'm just trying to use it up as quickly as possible because that just bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just does. So this one, I use this a lot. I think I painted my nails 2 or 3 times with this one. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but I was right there at the last update and I got all the way down there. So I was very pleased with that, but these bottles, they don't have the standard 0.5 fluid ounces that the regular nail polish bottles do. These have 0.40 instead of 0.5, so there's a little bit less polish in here, so the progress always looks a little bit more impressive on these kinds of bottles. But I did actually decide, since I finished off 2 of the polishes from last time, I did decide that I would add in 2 polishes this time around, and I feel like they'll bring a little bit more life into this project because I feel like I have some really dark shades in this project. If you block out these 2 and obviously this gold one, half the polishes that I have in here are dark ones because this one's almost finished. So I mean, that dark purple and the black, I love black, but there's just a lot of dark colors in my little project here. So I decided to add in a fun one. So this one right here, it's kind of speckly. I don't know if you can see that. It's like aqua blue and green, and it's almost like one of those textured sugar polishes, but I really like how it looks on the nails with 2 coats. This is the Salon Perfect polish in Kaboom number 901. That's what it looks like here. And I am about halfway through this polish. This one's cool. It's very different. You can actually see the individual little pieces of, I don't know what you would call them. It's almost like glitter, but they're not sparkly or shiny or anything. They're just matte little flecks. So it's very strange, but if you put 2 coats on the nails, it does look like this on the nails, and it looks pretty cool. So I actually really enjoy wearing this. I'm gonna have to break out my peel off base coat though, because this is a pain to remove. So anyway, I'm adding this one in. I really like it. I think it's gonna be fun to kind of just mix things up a little bit. And I think it might be kind of fun to take off like the ring finger while I'm wearing this pink manicure and putting this on like the ring finger or the thumbs or something, and just kind of mix the 2 shades together. And then the last polish here on the end is this blue one, and it looks pretty dark, but it does have some, I guess, aqua shimmers, teal shimmers running through it. So when I put the top coat over it, it does lighten up quite a bit because those shimmers catch the light when there's a shiny top coat on it, but it just looks pretty dark in the container on its own. So I'm about right there. I would say I'm about a quarter of the way through this one already. I like this one. I remember I would use this one a lot before I got the Sinful Colors. Oh, what's that bright blue one from Sinful Colors? Oh my gosh, the really intense blue one. That's gonna drive me nuts. I'll put it on the screen. Before I got that one from Simple Colors, I was wearing this one a lot because it was just a really bright blue color. I love wearing blues on my nails. I really feel like adding both of these in will just lighten up the project a little bit. I'm gonna be bummed when that pink one's gone. The next polish that I use up, I'm gonna have to add in another bright pink like this because I really like having a super bright shade like this in rotation, but this is what my wheel looks like at the moment. And like I said, these 2 are used up, and that gold one too, but yeah, I think we're moving right along. I've only finished off 3 polishes this year, and we're halfway through the year, so I really need to step it up a little bit and start painting my nails, moving through the ones that are almost finished. I do have a couple set aside that are already halfway finished up. They were in last year's project polish. I think I might pull those out because they're already halfway finished off. I might as well just finish those out and move them on out, you know? So anyway, next month should be an interesting update, and that's it. So I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.